Making it easy for ourselves. There are way too many books on here already. So okay. If you really want to read my name in July. My name is Monique. Welcome back to the Cauldron, and it is July, so it's time for another round of TBR Tombola. In case you didn't know, this is Bookwitch Reviews, my channel, and I play a monthly TBR game called TBR Tombola, where I pull 7 numbers from a tombola machine, and each of these numbers have prompts attached to them. I have been doing this since October, so if you would like to check any of those videos out, I will leave a video link to the whole series down below. You can also check out the very first video where I explain each of the prompts. I will at one point redo TBR Tombola, but right now that's not what's happening. So let's just jump straight into what I am hopefully reading in July. And it is time to pick some numbers for July. So the first number that I pulled on July's TBR was 47, which means chance cards. These are my very own made chance cards. I did them myself. They are a mix of prompts. So let us see what the TBR has in store for me. Please be nice to me, because I have so many books on this TBR already and I am doing other stuff. This one. Scared of reading. What am I scared of reading? Bear with. Okay, so the book that I have chosen to pick for this prompt is The Wolf and the Woodsman by Reread, which is one of my most anticipated releases. I was not let down, I would say, but not as crazy about For the Wolf, which was another new release that I was really excited about. So now I'm slightly scared of this one. I also follow the author on Instagram. I absolutely adore them. And I'm just like, it's meant to be Jewish and Hungarian folklore. We are following a young woman who in her village is the only one without magic. And then there's something about like a secret prince and a lot of kneeling. And I've just been looking so much forward to this one, and I'm just slightly scared that it's not going to live up to my expectations, but we're putting it on the TBR now, not making it easy for ourselves. There are way too many books on here already, so let's move on to the next number. Next number I picked was 29, which means a high fantasy, and I should have picked something other than this, but I'm sort of doing like an additional TBR game, which I will show you at the end. But yeah, so this is what we're picking. This is Upon a Burning Throne by Ashok K. Banker. This is a Indian-inspired high fantasy. I believe that we are in this world where gods walk the earth, and this continent is basically governed by this family where you have to sit on a burning throne. You have to go through with this particular ritual to be able to rule. However, some sort of demon shows up saying that their daughter should be the rightful ruler, and then people are saying that they're not allowed to, and something about war. And I've basically heard amazing things. I also haven't heard nearly enough people talk about it, and it's absolutely a massive paperback. It's only about, well, I say only, but it's 666 pages, but it doesn't feel heavy, you know. It's just a good floppy paperback, and this has just been staring at me on my TBR for way too long, so we're reading it now. Next number I picked was 72, which is a retelling or a mythology inspired book, and for that I will be reading Mythos by Stephen Fry. This is basically Stephen Fry's version of the like Greek myths and sort of retellings, but it's basically the same stories. So I don't know how far I'm gonna get into this. I'm hoping it will just give me a little bit of like, you know, like extra oomph on some Greek myths, because it's something that I love and know a whole lot about. So hopefully this will be good. I've also had it for quite a while. I got it secondhand, so I'm excited about reading. Next is number 14, which is another high fantasy, and for that I will finally continue this like series that I'm super excited about. This is the Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin, which is the second book in the Broken Earth series. The first book, the 5th season, was one of my absolute favorite reads of last year. This one continues on. I can't really go too far into the sort of plot, and neither does the first book really. The summary on the back is basically saying that like this is how the world ends, and basically on this continent there is a 5th season, which is basically like disaster season. These can take up to 10 years. They can hold on for only a few weeks, or they can take decades. And it's basically humanity has sort of evolved around this by like living for themselves. Basically, there are also these Orisha which have like powers over the earth, and they are ostracized really badly. And the first book follows a set of different characters who are intertwined in a very interesting way. I absolutely loved the first book. I'm very, very excited about the second book, so this is what I am going to read. Next number I picked up was 54, and that is a magical realism book. I'm not entirely sure whether this book actually fits this prompt, but we're gonna run with it. And this is Each of Us a Desert by Mark Oshiro, which is a queer, I think a little bit magical realism, maybe a little bit more on the fantasy side story. I believe that we are following a young woman who is basically the historian of this people, but to be so, she sort of has to wander this desert alone. And then it's something about like an evil councilman or an evil mayor, something's daughter, and they sort of like may develop some feelings. I haven't heard a whole lot about this one, but I was super excited about it when it came out, and I'm excited about reading it now. I also really, really just love this cover. And also, Mark Oshiro is a non-binary author. Next number is number 85, and that is my girlfriend's pick. She very fastly picked it out for me, and I will be reading In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland. This is a polyamory, like gritty, like dark fantasy, I believe. We are following a young woman who has been hiding her magic her entire life. However, one day she gets discovered and gets tied to a spirit for her troubles, and to try and get back out of this magic system and this sort of nobility, she has to sort of make someone fall in love with her. Something about like there's some polyamory and some beautiful pan feelings, and I am so stoked about this one. I have heard nothing but amazing things, and also the sprayed edges could literally end me. And last one. And last but not least, my last number was 69, and that is a middle grade. And for that, I will be reading The Ship of Shadows by Maria Kushner, which is about a young girl who joins onto a pirate ship. Yeah. Also, the pirate ship is full of women, and I really want to read it. So, super excited about this one. It's been chilling on my TBR for quite a while. Then we have a few books from my former TBRs. And first up from May's TBR, we have Dark Shores and Red Queen, which are two books that popped up. I believe one was a chance card and the other one was a reread. And I've been meaning to read these, and it has just not come around, but hopefully this month, and if not, then they're literally just going to go back on my shelves because I have read them, and right now it's just maybe not the time, but we'll see how it goes. And then we have from my leftover June TBR, we have Nightshade by Tessa Gratton, which is a queer sort of fairy tale retelling. And we have Crown Chasers by Rebecca Coffindaffer, which was my girlfriend's pick last month. And this is a sci-fi with a race. And these are two books that I'm so stoked for, and I just didn't get to them, so I really hope to do so this month. Like, there are so many books on this TBR already, and now I'm gonna add some more. Next up, I also hope to read Queering Your Craft by Cassandra Snow, which is more of a like non-fiction book. And I am hoping to read Anne McCaffrey's Nerilka story and Kualera. This is basically two short stories in the Dragons of Pern series, and let me tell you why I am reading both of these. The beautiful Leanne from Literary Divisions sort of did a TBR last month where she tried to spell her name, and I obviously instantly was like, I'm going to try and see if I can do that with some TBR books. So, this is my name, but in books, we have Monique. Q was hard, team, and so was I, to be honest, and E. All of this was hard, okay? So, but I really want to read my name in July. So, additionally to my regular 7 numbers, where I tried to cram as many of my letters in, I also have 2 additional books and 4 books from former TBRs. So there are how many books? How many books are here? there are 13 books on this TBR, which is not going to go well with the fact that I am also doing Camp NaNoWriMo. But you know, apparently we like a challenge around here. I don't like challenges, that's a lie. But we're just gonna try and do our best, enjoy some reading, and then we'll see how it goes. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you guys have enjoyed TBR Tombola. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe button at the same time so you don't miss out on any other videos. You can also click the little bell which will give you a notification when I put up a new video, which I do regularly. Please let me know if you've ever thought about joining my TBR game, TBR Tombola, because it would make me really happy. And then remember that I am proud of you, you're doing great, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Bye.